What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to make a really quick video because I wanted to talk to you about our theme in August, which is actually Ripple leadership. I made a video to kick off the month that went out to all of our Ripple newsletter members. Are you on there? Go to ripplecentral.com and get on our list if you're not, because we put out some amazing content, some great information, and it's a great way to keep up to date on all of the great activities that are occurring, like our TED Ripple circle conversations that we're having once a month. Our 8-minute Ripple, we're actually going to be hosting a free 8-minute Ripple this month on August 18th. You're not going to want to miss that. You have to pre-register in order to participate. And we talk, of course, about the Ripple membership, which kicks off September 1st. But this month's theme is Ripple leadership. And I was actually thinking about it in connection with a video that I did earlier this week for one of the social media platforms, just talking about inconsequential and small, how people often find themselves really challenged in this regard, where they have some level of self-doubt and they're really struggling in some capacity. And how I wanted to tie that into Ripple leadership is I want you to think whether you are in a job and a role of responsibility where you are actually leading other people, or you happen to be part of the team and you may not have manager or any specific title of authority behind your name, but you are yet a colleague and people depend on you for for their success, for you to deliver on what you're doing. And ultimately, at the end of the day, there's this collaborative tissue that actually has to happen. And what I wanted to talk about relative to this is how often in a corporate environment we find that this sense of bullying, whether you have that authority or not, actually pervades some corporate cultures. In fact, a lot of corporate cultures where people are not communicating, they're not collaborating. There is this dictatorial and somewhat adversarial. Adversarial could be a dinosaur, I'm not sure. Adversarial kind of relationship. Why does that happen? Because someone, maybe yourself, hasn't stepped up to actually assume the role of leader. And what I mean by Ripple leadership is you don't have to have the job title in order to show what it means to be a good person, to be a good colleague, a good employee, a good innovative, creative thinker. And you are really committed to not only contributing what you have, but you are recognizing and appreciative of the fact that you don't know everything there is to know. And you need everyone else in order for things to flow right and correctly. And therefore, you have to make that environment somewhat a little bit more accommodating in order to try and create this sense of teamwork and organization. And what I find is that, oftentimes people think that leadership really is the responsibility of the higher ups. They set the tone, they set the culture. And yes, if we allow them as employees to do that, of course that's the case. And if you happen to be a leader, that is a huge responsibility. So how inclusive are you? How collaborative are you? Are we making sure that everybody feels that they are heard and understood? And are we in a situation where we can allow people the flexibility to be able to speak their mind in a productive, proactive way? And we don't necessarily hammer down on them and say they're wrong or that's a dumb idea. This punitive environment, I think, is why a lot of people are resistant to sharing in the first place. Let me just be in my hole, do my thing, and just get through my shift or my day. That's the wrong kind of message that you want to be sending out as a leader, but it's also the wrong kind of message that you would be sending out if you happen to be in the trenches. You need to have the gumption, the wherewithal to step up and say, look, this is how I'm going to conduct myself. And by doing so and setting that bar and being the example, you're exhibiting Ripple leadership. And guess what? That ripple effect of your actions, how you treat people, how communicative you are, how open you are to other people's ideas, and how conversational you are, how engaged you are, really has a significant impact. And believe it or not, it will ripple out across the team, up and down the organization, and it will make a difference. Because you know what? People want to interact with people that sort of motivate them and inspire them and are doing things that they themselves wish they could do, but they maybe lack a little bit of courage and confidence to do it. And so I'm asking you, whether you're in a role right now as a leader or you're not, to understand and appreciate the fact that the ripple leadership approach can work and it can serve and it can benefit not only you and your colleagues, but it can benefit the organization, the brand, the reputation, and your culture. So do me a favor, step up to the plate, take a shot, create that ripple leadership mentality and mindset around yourself by making sure that you are congruent with your actions, that you follow through, that you're inclusive, and that you're getting out from behind your desk or your cubicle or wherever you might be, even on a Zoom call if you're still virtual, and making sure that you're touching base and communicating and engaging with your colleagues and your teammates, and you're leading by example. That's what we're thinking about. That's what we're working on here at Ripple headquarters. If you still struggle or you don't know, gosh, I just don't know how to do or make that difference, let me know. Let's get together. Maybe we, book a discovery call and see if a coaching relationship might be important to you, or if there's a possibility you can make an introduction into your organization, because I am so passionate about what this can do for a company. I know the differences. I've seen it firsthand. I'm more than willing to step out on that, that pier, or maybe it's the plank. I don't know. Step out on the plank and have that conversation with the higher ups if necessary, because they need to know the value of making sure that people are operating and functioning at the highest possible level. And that comes down to how they engage and connect and treat one another. And maybe the ripple leadership philosophy needs to start from the bottom up and the top down. Be happy to do that. So reach out to me at ripplecentral.com and we can have a further conversation about that. But until then, I want you to just think about this and think about every action that you take has a reaction out there in the world. So what positive action are you going to take today to exude some ripple leadership? Hope this helps. Hope this gives you some ideas. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. You're seeing this video on YouTube, and if you're not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button, please, and click the notification bell. So every time we put some good ripple goodness out there, you're going to get notified. So you'll be like, let me jump over there. But most importantly, help me spread the message. Help me spread the word. Let's pull some more people into our Ripple community, and let's all ripple on together. All right? You guys go out there and take care. Make a difference in the world. Make a difference in someone's life, and you will make a difference in your own life. And as always, ripple on.